Hey guys, welcome to our review of The Boys, Season 3, Episode 4, Glorious 5-Year Plan. And what a glorious episode it was. Guys, it just amazes me how consistent The Boys is. And it's a win, this episode. And it's a double win when you consider and you remember that The Boys is doing something different from the comics, but yet adjacent to the comics. You know what I mean? It's not
It's
exactly the comics.
amazing what people could do with great writing.
Great writing. Exactly, Joe. Unlike Jurassic Park, which we're about to, we have that review. Unlike Halo, unlike the Picard, it's fucking crazy, man.
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Obi-Wan, unfortunately, recently. So glorious 5-year plan. In this one, we essentially get Homelander making a play for power. There's been a theme throughout this season on what people will do to maintain power or grab power. We have Butcher and even Huey now messing around with the idea of this compound V in order to enhance themselves and level the playing field. You've got Homelander who outmaneuvers Vought for essentially the first time. And it kind of takes over the company. This is a very momentous episode. Not a lot of fighting until about halfway. And halfway we have Kimiko, who as a mission for, I guess, Nina.
Yeah.
These Russians, they got to go on a mission to take out, and then she'll let them know how to get the weapon or whatever. Kimiko is, there's a scene with this Russian dude who loves hookers and blow, and he's got like dildos of every single.
It's contraband.
Yeah, every single 7, and woo, Kimiko uses those to great effect on him and his goons. But you really see the horror in. I mean, for a while there, I was like, "Holy fuck, is Kimiko dead?" She kind of gets shot by the hookers.
It's like, why
'Cause
isn't
there's
she healing? She's not healing.
Yeah. But I think this is really affecting her, and she doesn't look like she wants to be this anymore. Be fighting, be killing. So we're having some issues there. And another shocking thing, and a lot of great scenes of our characters in a very tension-filled scene talking to each other, trading barbs. We have one with Homelander, one with Starlight, Homelander and Vought, Homelander and Victoria / Nadia. Do you see the common element in all of those? It's Homelander. He's just great. Great performance, great on edge. You know, I usually hate the idea of an evil Superman, but it's done so well here. And this is not evil Superman, which makes it even better for me because I don't have to roll my eyes at it. This is fucking, Homelander, and he's got his own thing. So what did you guys think of the episode? I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, same. I think this is another great episode. I love how Homelander is just becoming unraveled, and it's becoming pretty scary. It's like the one person that could semi-control him is kind of
Is no longer
there.
has the
So
thumb on it.
it's like, what the fuck is going on?
We are taking off
the tension is really rising.
training gear.
So
Okay.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, I think this is probably, I think for me, the strongest episode of the season so far. I love the shock and I love the awe that the show has, but I think the show really shines when you've got believable dialogue, when you've got powerful people and powerful in different ways, and they're trying to use their
Great
leverage
characters.
and try to figure things out. And this one definitely, for me, had like the best dialogue of the season so
yeah.
far. Multiple different characters, believable twists and turns. We got 2 good action segments that I appreciated. And so I think
The
this
firefight in Russia was crazy.
Yeah, so I think this is the best episode of the season, and so
Yeah.
they're killing it.
I agree. So we even check in with Queen Maeve. We haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder what's going on
But we
with her.
kind of learn she's training to take on Homelander, and she's the one that's been helping kind of the boys on their path to this weapon to try to help. But so many momentous things happen. Essentially, we get the reveal that there is no weapon, maybe, but there is a somewhat weapon in Soldier Boy. He's been in Russia the whole time. I knew that this was coming, right? I knew they'd find somebody. So they found Soldier Boy, who gets released and immediately, I mean, I don't understand, uses, I guess this is a power he hasn't had in the past, shoots a fucking beam from his chest or something. I guess the Russians were experimenting on him, and I guess he's like trying to kill Frenchie. I don't know I don't know if he knows what he's doing. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he's the weapon. But he fought really. Kamiko saves Frenchie, and she takes the blast, and she's not healing. So we're left with the cliffhanger. Is Kamiko gonna die? Are they gonna have to inject her with Compound V in order to bring her back? And then also we get the reveal of Huey. Huey has stolen Compound V. Throughout this episode, that's another one. Homelander and Huey. Where he's taunting him and talking about his sexual relationship.
He's like, "Whoa!" It's like,
and even Huey boned up to Homelander, but I was proud of Huey for boning up. But then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die," right? And Starlight has to save his ass again, and he's like, "God damn it!" And so he's just sick and tired of having to do that, and so he takes some Compound V, helps out in the Russian firefight while Butcher's using yellow laser eyes, which are fucking cool. Huey. I can't tell if Huey's powers is super speed or if he teleports.
I think it's teleport.
It looks like a teleportation to me.
Because his clothes didn't come with him. Super speed, he didn't explode out of his clothes. His clothes just kind of crumpled to the ground.
Yeah.
So.
Some people were saying super speed. I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. That's teleportation. And then he's got super strength. May not be at the level of any massive hero, but enough to punch through somebody's chest. So. That was shocking, and Huey's drunk on power, and his arm is healed.
Yeah, you see that. He's like, what, is this going to play something like a different element? Because he's really liking this. So he likes the power now.
Exact
is he
same
be power
thing.
hungry?
His friend's dying in the back seat.
Yeah, he's just
and
like
then
there.
he's there like, ha, ha, ha.
It's a really big dynamic, and I think MM sees this, and he says, the team is over, man. There is no team. Because you guys have crossed the line. We've got... partner here is about to die, so there's gonna have to be some major reckoning on the boys.
MM just found out that the guy who killed his whole family is alive. They just freed him back on the world. I mean, there's a huge, lots of issues from this episode.
So much, because we also have Starlight, little flame in the past, Supersonic. Who meets his fate here in this episode.
I was like, oh, that was quick.
Crumpled in a pile in the corner. Homelander, after one of these press events, takes, you want to go flying? You want me to show you something cool?
I can show you the world.
Show you the world, and they kind of do that Superman thing where they're gonna fly together, and it's gonna be all like romantic. It's like Homelander truly trying to hit on her. You should have known better. Homelander is basically punishing her and saying, "Look, I want you to turn around. No, not out there. Turn around." She turns around and it's fucking. Their Supersonic's face has been fucking completely caved in, and
his arm was missing,
his leg was ripped off.
She was no fucking joke.
A fucking Homelander brutalizer. I had no idea what his fucking powers were anyway. Never really used them. I thought it was either super speed or super strength. I looked it up. It was super strength. He also had like a thunderclap, but he never got to use any of that. It would have been nice to maybe see a small bit of it. I am a fan of how effective it was that they didn't even have to show anything. You know what I mean? That he just is nowhere near on the Homelander. But it probably would have been cool, like if he has some amount of strength, to see what it would have done. But I think they're really saving that. They're saving this direct confrontation with Homelander for a much bigger buildup. And you see that as the Seven have a meeting, and A-Train is like, hey, I want to take care of this guy, Blue Hawk. And they're like, nah. And then fucking Deep's wife is all like then sends him a text to speak up. Like, Deep's wife, this guy's a fucking.
That's his character.
Well, he's an idiot.
He's
he just doesn't know how to play the game, and she knows how to play the game. Well, I don't know why she's in the room in the first place.
Right.
But he wanted her to be in the room, and she sends him exactly the right thing. And even A-Train sees it. He's like, holy shit, the Deep is actually playing the game for the first fucking time.
And it feels like everybody's passing him up.
And that's how you do it.
A-Train's bitch.
Which led into
fuck A-Train, Joe.
Yep.
I'm done with A. No fuck.
I
mean,
like,
he's
always been
but
a
he's even more of a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
now.
he's being a little bitch
So
because
he's the one.
Homelander just keeps making fun of him. He's like, well, I'm gonna go squeal to Homelander. He's like, you're being a little bitch.
So how did
A-Train.
Supersonic die? Well, it's revealed Homelander's like, A-Train, A-Train told me about your little stupid fucking, about Supersonic's plan to team up with A-Train. And no more going behind people's, he's not, no more going behind people's back. Like, fucking Homelander's fed up.
Yep.
And he's in control now. I'm worried for Queen Maeve now. How much did A-Train know? Probably not much about Queen Maeve, but this is
that far.
Yeah, if you fight Homelander, you have to bring them all at once. Bring everybody.
Yeah.
You got to bring Butcher, who's powered up. You got to bring Hugh, who's powered up. Starlight, Queen Maeve. We have to get a few more. I thought we were getting A-Train on board. I was like, all right, come on, A-Train. Let's do this redemption arc. And he fucked us over, man. Him and his stupid fucking Pepsi commercial.
Yes, I like that. They're
energy.
making fun of Kylie Jenner or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, her stupid ass.
Like,
Yeah.
here's a Pepsi.
War solved.
Just showing that he's a fucking fraud.
Well, I mean, it was so interesting because, like, you see, A-Train is like in the dumps, right? He sees that the Deep is just feeding into Homelander. He's getting everything he wants, and then Supersonic's kind of dumb. Like, you can't just walk up to some guy you don't know.
Hey, you want to join?
And you're like, hey, we're gonna betray the. And then he earlier in the episode, he's like,
He's kind of dumb.
he's
though.
invincible. What do you mean we're gonna take on Homelander? And it's like, you just tried to betray the biggest, scariest thing on Earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Dumb. And honestly, he made the misstep because Starlight told him to get out of here, and he wanted that glory. He wanted that power. He wanted to be on the team, no matter how dangerous it was. I mean,
But now
I
he
think
knows.
that's Supersonic. I don't think that there's a small chance that it's not Supersonic, and we'll see him. And we'll if he's in other episodes, because I thought I read somewhere a long time ago he was in all 8. But it might be flashbacks, or it might be something.
Or
I don't know.
them hiding the fact that he gets brutally murdered in this one. They don't want to.
I don't know. So we'll have to see if that factors in. But now we got Soldier Boy on the loose.
And he can take away people's powers, and that's something that I really do think that we're heading up where all of the established boys, including Homelander, have to, because the biggest threat is
Soldier Boy.
it's
now
like
he can hit you with as an attack, and it will drain.
it looks
somehow.
well because her biggest
Yeah,
power is she
looks like
heals,
it-
right?
yeah.
And so it looks like it takes away your powers. So if Soldier Boy can take away your powers, like
Then
it's
he's vulnerable
The
for
theory of
a
elites,
certain
like
amount of time.
elites will band together, even enemy elites, if you're going to remove all of them from their position. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, but is there going to be enough time for Soldier Boy to come into conflict with Homelander, and then Homelander and then maybe Soldier Boy's a bigger piece of shit than Homelander, and then Homelander has to reach out to the boys, and they both have to work together to take him out? Or is this the boys get to the Soldier Boy first and use Soldier Boy to take out Homelander,
You Soldier Boy.
right? But that's too easy. Because there's
It's too
something
early.
else.
Like, we gotta-
there's
You
season
need to-
4, and then the final season, I think, which might be season 5. I don't know if they've said that.
They need to convince Soldier Boy.
They've
Right
said-
now, he's still an asshole. And he's
True.
making amazing music videos.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
with the Soul Train.
Rolled gold,
The
solid
Soul
gold,
Train
solid
thing.
gold. Yeah. Oh my God, that was bad, really bad.
Look, when you're the most
Amazing.
powerful superhero on Earth, you get to do whatever the fuck you want, and
Yeah.
that's what this whole show's about.
Yeah. I think the only things that didn't really work, or not work, but just were less interesting, was Ashley is making more power plays. Ashley wants to get this. She's like fucking dominating the Tucker Carlson guy. She's like wants to like fucking punish him, and she's like using him as her puppet in order to exert power and control. So there's that plot line. And then I keep thinking to myself, wait, I don't know. This doesn't make sense. Why the fuck is A-Train on the team if he literally has no powers? If he uses his powers again, he will die. Is the plot line. And as far as I can tell, he cannot use his powers. Sure, I guess he can punch a little hard because he punches deep in the gills when he's talking shit to him.
I think they all have super
But-
strength, but I think it's a farce that they keep up because you don't want the 7 to
just-
look weak, and
Yeah,
you know,
I guess it's yeah.
They'll
just
replace
keep
him
the image,
eventually.
but they could have put somebody else in there. But who knows? That will potentially result in something. So, holy fucking shit! This episode was great. Let's go final verdicts.
Final verdicts for me, it's going to be a 9. Great episode. Love the story.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are being written very well. I like every subplot that they have here with
Mm-hmm.
Huey and being power hungry, the butcher, and what's going to happen to Vought. So now that
Yes,
he's under
so let's
investigation.
talk about that real quick. Is he outmaneuvers Vought by getting to Victoria first, threatening her kids, and she, instead of siding with Vought, they're gonna reprimand Homelander in public. She instead implicates Vought and gets all of the officials and enforcement on his ass, and he's taken away, and he's gonna have to deal with this. Later on, I gets out of it somehow. He's not totally out of it, but he's still in his office or in the top of the tower of the 7. And we have this great scene where it's like he's like, Homelander can hear his heartbeat, and it's just the same. It's like, but your whole world is crumbling. I fucking did all this to you. He's like, no, I don't care. He's like, do you respect me? No, I don't fucking respect you. No, you're bad product. And honestly, you're going to regret what you just did. You're in full control. You're going to fuck up. You know, when there's nobody to check Homelander, it's scary. He's probably going to fuck up in some way.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because he's like just impulsive. So he's going to fuck up somehow. But yeah, like the way Homelander just being, it's fucking tense. You don't know what the fuck he's going to do next.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy.
I'd like the scene with Victoria when he goes to her house, because I was like, you know what? There in season 2, we were like, wow, she's powerful. Maybe can she pop Homelander's head? And they play with that. It's like, you're thinking about popping my head. Come on, try it. Let's see what happens.
She can barely pop. Like, I mean, so Supes are built different, right? She has a hard time popping the head of her friend, her childhood friend, because she tries, and then he like slaps her out of it. It's not like
she has to look at you or something.
Well,
right?
she was looking at him trying to pop his head, and
popped his hand.
Well, yeah, but it takes some doing.
It does. It would probably take her some power, some effort.
I don't even know if she could do it to him.
To even do
it. Lesser people, perhaps.
Then what did she inject her? I think I missed it. What did she inject her daughter with?
Yeah. So then there's that. That scene happens. That's
Compound V.
She's basically worried that, in this world,
you need to keep up.
Her daughter, the only way she's going to be kept safe is becoming a soup. So she cries as she does it and fucking brutalizes her daughter, or essentially curses her daughter.
It's necessity that she has to do, which is pretty taxing on her. So we see about that. And I like the fight scenes in Russia. That was pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And when she used stupid dildos.
Yeah. And don't forget the super-powered hamster, Jamie.
Yes, that's right. Almost forgot about that.
I got a little cameo from that. He's in the comics, and he becomes Huey's pet. But we'll see if it was just a cameo or if Huey kept him or something.
I hope so.
But, Alex, what did you think?
Well, so you gave it a 9?
9?
This is the boys at the best for me. The big flashy fight scenes are less important to me than like the really great dialogue, and I think this episode had amazing dialogue. We got it over and over and over and over again. I love seeing Edgar and Homelander trade back and forth. Homelander thinks he's won, and honestly, when Edgar leaves that room, he's like, you didn't win. You removed me from the equation, which makes you lose. And I love that dynamic. I really want to see how it plays out. So for me, this is a 10 out of 10 boys episode. This is the boys at its best. We got the action. We got some crazy stuff. There's a hamster that it's like there's still cool stuff happening, but we also have like the excellent dialogue and story writing. So,
Yay, Alex! I can't believe it. All right, I am also out of 10 for basically those exact reasons, and the fact that they can even make it interesting when they're not following the comics 100%. These are talented writers that know what they're doing, that have great actors, that are doing good dialogue and great practical with also CGI. It is just running at full speed right now, and I cannot wait to see how it plays out. So we are what? We are at halfway point now, so 10 out of 10, and we got episode 5 coming up next, which hasn't been named. Episode 6 is the Herogasm from the comics that there was big controversy way back in the day. They can't do it how they did it in the comics unless they go extra. I don't know. I keep saying that kind of shit, but episode 1
I was going to say, a man just went
exactly.
penis.
Look, penis. There's all sorts of source material. that we sanitize when we redo it, right? Remember,
Yes.
there's a child orgy scene
Yes,
in
in
it,
It.
and it was removed because it's fucking dumb and awful. And so these guys obviously know what they're doing so far, and if there's some stuff that just doesn't work, they'll take it
So
out.
episode 8, it goes to 8. So we got 8 episodes. So we are essentially at the halfway mark, and we're already at 10 out of 10. So we are really flying high and doing well. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know how you think it's going to play out and what you thought of this episode in the comments down below. And we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.